All right, hello and welcome to a session of Fit Essentials. My name is Shauna. I'll be guiding you through class. Let's go ahead and come on up to our feet to get started. All right, we're gonna do our spinal cord breathing to begin. Toes straight ahead. We're gonna bring our arms up and around, forearms together, palms together. Go ahead and tuck yourself down like you're trying to turn your body into a ball. And now on the inhale, we're gonna lift up. Lift the chest, divide the arms, turn your gaze up towards the ceiling, engage your glutes, not to overarch the back. And then exhale, fold it down and in. Try to blow as much air out of the lungs as you're comfortable with. And that's the rhythm. Lift and open, broaden the chest, splay the fingers nice and wide, and then exhale, tuck it all down in, tuck your hips under, pull your belly button in, bring the chin into the chest. 2 to 3 more. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Get through one more. And last one. Very good. On that last exhale, go ahead and bring your arms down to the side, bring the legs out to the side, and we're going to go into our little circular toe touch neck. So reaching up to overhead, we're going to circle around, reach down for the ground, holding strong in the legs, squeeze the glutes, find that flow. We're going to go 2 to 3 times each direction. Engage those glutes as you look up to overhead. One more time this way. And when you get up to that top, go into reverse directions, taking it the other way. Just think about you're kind of like fanning the body around here, finding that edge. Imagine you're like in a big snow globe in your body and you can just touch the perimeter of that snow globe. Good. Once more. Up and release. Fantastic. All right, from here, we're going to work a little bit of balance, a little bit of cross crawl. So you're going to lift everything up. You're going to take one hand to the opposite foot behind the body, and you're going to step and switch. Step it across. There you go. Think about lifting up through your midline throughout. One side of the brain talks to the other side of the brain. Stay nice and tall as you cross that foot over. Very good. About another 10 seconds here. And we're going to switch it up just a little bit, coming into an opposite knee to elbow in front of the body. So we'll keep that cross crawl pattern going. 2, 1, and switch. Bring it down, arms out to the side, standing tall. One knee to the opposite elbow, and switch. So finding your rhythm here. Elbow to the opposite knee. Good. Staying strong, staying tall, lifting up through the midline before you lift that leg off the ground. Very nice. There you go. 2, 1, and switch. Good. Either some step jacks or some jump jacks. Getting a little bit of blood flow this morning. This is our third of 3 exercises in this part of the blood flow warm up. And then we're going to go through it one more time, starting with that crossover behind the body. 10 seconds left here. 2, 1, and rest. All right, so what we're going to do, one hand to the opposite foot, stepping behind the body. Good. Staying engaged that midline so your hips don't kick out. Nice and stable on that support leg. Think about gripping those toes down. Activate the arch of the foot. Good. 10 seconds left. And then we go alternating knee to elbow. 2, 1, and switch. So arms up at 90. Same idea as far as stabilizing the hips. Elbow to that opposite knee. Good. So be one of our options for the blood flow in the final part of our circuit today. And if you feel pretty stable with this as a step, you can even kind of add a little hop to it. Make it a little bit more dynamic. There you go. 2, 1, and step jacks or jump jacks. Final time. Woo. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Waking up the body, generating some good energy. Try to clap your hands together I also like to kind of slap the thighs on the down. Fantastic. 10 seconds left. Smile. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Fantastic. If your water bottle's nearby, grab a quick drink. All right, well done. Behind the back stretch next. We're gonna take a nice wide base stance. Interlace the hands behind your body. Extend those elbows, pull the shoulder blades back. Then root down into your legs, bend those knees, send those hips back, pull the arms up to overhead. And breathe here. One more breath. And come on up. All right, fantastic. We're gonna make our way down to the floor. We're gonna be going into our first series after a couple of stretches. It's gonna basically serve as a warm-up. So if you want a mat or anything while we're down on the floor, otherwise, inchworm your way down. Crawl on down, come on down to the knees. And we're gonna start in child's position. So toes together, knees divide, reach those arms out, and drop the hips back, head down between the arms. Send that air into the back of the rib cage. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. Let's go one more here. Breathe in and out. Very good. Coming up on all fours, we're going to stretch out those forearms next. Turn the hands so the fingers point in. And then you're going to sit straight back and gently rock side to side. So 2 exercises here for the first series. Working on some push-ups. Or if you got anything going on with the shoulder that the push-ups don't work, turn the hands in so the fingers interlace and rock in a circular fashion, excuse me. If anything's going on where push-ups don't feel great for your upper body, you could do like a plank shoulder tap. Otherwise, we're not going to do a regular push-up. We're going to be doing either an archer or a T push-up. I've heard it called both. Go ahead and shake out those hands. So let's warm it up together. Let's start on our knees. You're going to take a nice wide handprint. Place the hands underneath the shoulders. On the knees, you're going to slowly lower yourself down, keeping the hips and shoulders level. Try to bring your chest all the way down to the ground. Then we're going to come up off the ground. From here, if you're going to do the archer push-up portion, you're going to come up to your toes, supporting through one hand. You're going to rotate and peer over that opposite shoulder. And you'll come down. You'll go back to your push-up. So either on the knees or on the toes, midline strong, taking it down to the floor, coming on up. And then I have my feet wider than I normally would for a regular push-up. Make sure you lift up well through that shoulder and then rotate, opposite arm reaches up. Very good. So come on off your hands, shake it out. So that will be our series. It'll be 45 seconds, down, up, rotating to one side, back to that push-up, rotating to the other. Like I said, if you don't quite feel ready for that, you could even do a push-up and just one shoulder tap. So it look like this, push-up, and then tap on one side. You can even do it on the knees. Okay. All right. After the push-up, we'll roll over on our back for the glute bridge. Let's go ahead and start here in 10 seconds. We'll work for 45, rest for 15. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Either knees or toes. Rotate to one side. Really intentional about that position of your midline. Really common for the hips to drop down, whether it's as you lower or as you press up. So you want to still think about engaging the glutes, engage the thighs so that they're active and not just heavy weight. Very nice. That's 30 seconds in. And as you're lowering down, watch those elbows. We don't want to wing them wide. Instead, think about keeping them relatively close to the torso. Maybe one more here. Down, up, and rotate. Very nice. Go ahead and take it onto your back. First round, we're going to do a regular glute bridge. So feet flat, knees bent, hands to the side. Whenever you're ready, you're going to rock the hips back. And the first time we're giving some love to the lower body and hips and back. So see what feels good. Opening those hips, lengthening through that lower back. As the hips get a little bit heavier, pull the chin in. Heavier, higher. Very good. All right, we've got about 20 seconds left. You can continue to move up and down, or if you'd like to interlace the hands underneath the body, we call it bridge pose. I'm going to hold the last 15 seconds here. Chin in, hips nice and high. And now this whole time, I'm really focusing how much of the glutes can I get to fire. Squeezing the bum, holding strong. And when you're ready, come on down. Lowering those hips back down, and we'll coming back to all fours. We're going to do a little bit of mobility for the mid back before we jump back into those push-ups. So we're going to go one hand behind the head, our mid back rotations, elbow to the elbow, lift up out of that bottom shoulder, peer up to the ceiling. 5 on each arm. Breathe in as you close, exhale as you open. Very good. After about 5 on that side, same thing on the opposite arm. Peering over that elbow, following it with your gaze. Good. 30 seconds till we start our next set of push-ups. Very good. After you finish 5 there, go ahead and come off the hands for a second. Shake it out. We have 10 seconds. We'll be back to set 2 of those push-ups. All righty. Nice wide handprint. Remember, feet a little bit wider than the hips. 2, 1. Here we go. Staying tight as you lower. Push up nice and tall. A good modification as well is to come down on the toes, up on the knees, and then come to the toes to rotate. If you find that you're kind of peeling off the ground, that's what I recommend. Down on the toes, up on the knees. And try to be really intentional as you lower off the toes. Controlling that descent also helps build that strength in the upper body. So it's not just the pushing up portion, but also as we lower down, whether it's a push-up, a squat, being intentional on the down helps keep everything nice and strong. Last one, 2, 1, and rotate. Good. Flip it over onto your back. You can stay with that double leg glute bridge, the bridge pose, or I'm going to go to a glute bridge march this round. So shoulder blades back and down. Lift those hips up. For that march, we're holding the hips up the whole time, marching the legs up and down. Very good. Intention on the hips being level. Looking to hold that solid bridge posture. Good. So you're really pushing through that support leg. And I'm also pushing my arms into the ground. Bracing through that upper body. They drop down a little bit. Make sure you reset on 2 legs before you lift the other one up. Very good. Maybe one more on each side. And rotate. Good, let's bring it down. Let's pull both legs into the chest before we roll over. Gently rock yourself side to side. Fantastic. And then we'll roll it over. This time, instead of our mid-back rotations, we're going to take a moment and go into down dog. So place the hands wide, turn the toes under, drive those hips high. And let's really make a point here to open that mid-back. And a great time to give some attention to your calves and walk out those heels. Fantastic. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and come on down. Shake it out. We've got 30 seconds till we go into our final round. So feel free to grab some water, maybe a little side bend, side to side, and then we'll get right back into it. All right, nice work. 15 seconds. Final round of push-ups. So to show you a little bit closer, what I'm talking about, the elbows, we don't want to go wide like a 90-degree. Elbows back and in from there. All right, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Feet just a little bit wider. Body as stiff as a board. Having as little deviation as possible between the hips and shoulders. Taking your time on that rotation, really lifting up out of that support shoulder. follow the hand with your eyes. Very good. We're halfway through. A little more than. That breathing consistent. Gripping those finger pads down. Activate the arch of the hand to support that wrist. Very good. Maybe one more on each side. 2, 1, and transition. Fantastic. Onto your back. I'm going to stick with that glute bridge march. You choose which variation is best for you. Set those shoulder blades back and down. When you're ready, coming up into that bridge, holding that bridge the whole time. I'm not doing the leg kick, just the knees up and down. If you want to hold on that double leg, you can interlace the hands under the body and hold that bridge position. Otherwise, pull the chin in, lengthen the back of your neck. Fantastic. That's 30 seconds. Getting our lower body ready for some single leg deadlift work coming up in our next circuit. 2, 1, and rest. Fantastic. Bringing it down to your back. We're going to go into a glute stretch. Extend out your right leg. Pull the left knee to the left shoulder, and then guide it across the body like you're trying to pull the knee to the right shoulder. Open up this outer glute area. When you're ready to go ahead and switch legs, same thing. Extend your left leg out, right knee first to the right shoulder, and then gently sweep it across the body, pulling it towards the left shoulder. Close the eyes. Let's breathe for a few cycles here. Very good. Release that side. Figure 4, left foot on the right thigh. Hug that right leg in. Open up that outer left hip. Whew. Hello, hips. And if you'd like to add the right leg into it, you can wake up that sciatic nerve a little bit more. Push, extend the leg, point the toes, lift the toes back towards your face, and bend it up and down. Let's get about 3 cycles here. Good. 1 or 2 more. And switch legs when you're ready. Right foot on the left thigh. Spend about the first 15 seconds or so just on that figure 4 stretch by itself. I think when we go into that sciatic nerve floss, you lose a little bit of the focus on that hip. Good. 1 more breath here, and then when you're ready, we'll extend that left leg. Keep the toes pulled towards your face as you extend, and then point them away. Pull them back towards the face, and bend it back down. 2 to 3 more on your own. As you bend it down, hugging the leg in, continuing to open the outer right hip. Very nice. When you finish that, go ahead and release both legs. Before we turn it over, 2 knee twists, legs together at 90 degrees. Look over the opposite shoulder. And get a little adjustment as you bring the legs across. Use your midline to determine how far you want to relax into that twist. We'll get between 2 and 3 on each side. Fantastic. All right, when you finish that, we'll roll it over to all 4s. Let's go back into down dog once again to open that mid back, give the heels just a little bit more attention to stretch out those calves, and then we'll come up to our feet. In our next series, we have some single leg deadlifts. If you feel a little bit unstable in your hip, I don't recommend the deadlift. Recommend working on a single leg balance. In between the legs, we're going to be doing a dip, so you want to have a chair or a bench around. Make your way up to your feet when you're ready. We're going to be doing 30 seconds of each. If anything's going on where it doesn't work for you to use a chair or anything for a dip, You could also do an overhead tricep extension. So ribs down, up and down in place of the dip, but I'm going to be demoing the dip throughout. All right, let's warm up a little bit of single leg balance and stretch our quads at the same time. So place one foot down, lift everything up, grab that foot, pull the heel towards the glute. Very good. So stretching out the quad. For this next series, I am going to kick my shoes off. I like doing my single leg deadlifts where I can grip the floor. Go ahead and switch legs on the quad stretch. So if you're in a safe environment and it works for you to take your shoes off, I just find that I have more awareness at the foot. I can grip the toes down better, and I feel like my overall balance is better. Especially if you have a lot of cushion in your shoes, it's like trying to balance on a little mini pillow. So it makes it more challenging. 2, 1, and shake that out. All right, let's warm up a little bit of hinging patterns. Toes straight ahead, hands behind the head, just a slight bend in those knees. And then we'll go about 5 good mornings here. Long spine, send the hips back, squeeze the glutes and stand. Very good. Should feel it load into those hamstrings. Make sure you're not hyperextended through the knees. Looks good. 1 to 2 more. Over and up. Fantastic. All right, grab a quick drink here. We're going to be going in about 20 seconds. We'll be working for 30 seconds, and we'll have about 15 seconds in between exercises. All right, everybody. 10 seconds till we start. So you're going to start on your left leg. I'll be mirroring you on the right. I'm going to go no weights the first round. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Standing tall, bowing forward, back toe points down to the floor. Squeeze the glute and stand. Very nice. So you're driving that back thigh up. You want to keep the thigh basically in alignment with your torso. Whew. Finding my balance here today. There you go. Bowing down, reach, and stand straight up. Couple more. Grip the toes on that foot. And 3, 2, 1, and transition. Very good. Dips are next. Dips to that overhead tricep extension. Sitting nice and tall, shoulder blades come back and down. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Control your descent. Similar to how we talked about the push-ups, we want to keep those elbows in. You don't want your elbows to wing out wide. Keep them in nice and strong. At the top, think about like lifting the chest. Sometimes we add a glute bridge into it, but we just did a bunch of bridge in the first circuit. So let's just focus on the dip, up and down. Head looking straight on. And sometimes you'll see people kind of push that head forward as they lower down. Keep the chin in. And rest and rotate. Great job. Coming back up to the feet. You're going to be on your right leg this time. All right, place that foot down. Make sure the toes are pointing straight ahead. Ready, begin. Bowing forward, firing that thigh, your trail leg. There you go. Nice smooth balance. Woo. Very good. 10 seconds left. Woo. Working against that wobble of that support leg. And 2, 1, and rest. All right, we're just gonna take about a 30-second rest break, and then we'll be back to our first leg. So grab a drink. If you want to hold weights on this next round, we're going to be doing this twice more. All right. 15 seconds till we start. So if I'm supporting on my left leg, I like to hold the weight in my right hand. And if you're coming all the way down, it's going to be like you're putting that weight right beside the ankle. All right, going in 5, standing tall, 2, 1, and begin. Bowing forward. Everything else should be the same. Toes point down. Think about lifting up in between reps. Very nice. Halfway through. Great control, everyone. Looks good. 2, 1. Rest and rotate. All right, headed to those dips. If those dips are starting to feel easier for you, you can put weight on your lap as well. So I'll show that this round. It's got my kettlebell on my lap. 2, 1. Here we go. Lowering down, lift to the top. Definitely can't do that bridge extension with any weights on your lap. Shoulders back and down, lifting through the shoulders to the top. I like to use the analogy of those little mini oranges in your armpits. So you squeeze and lift like you're trying to make some orange juice every rep. Good, couple more. 2, 1, and rest. Fantastic. Coming back up, second leg, second time. So you should be on your right leg. Stand up nice and tall, grip the toes. Ready, begin. Bowing forward. Whew. These aren't for speed. Really focus, nice and patient. So we want to really make sure that we don't just drop into the hip on that support leg. That's why I say to lift your body up in between. So kind of resetting against gravity. 2, 1, and there's our rest break. Fantastic. Set the weight down. Let's do a little hip circles. Loosen up those hips a little bit. Go about 3 to 5 times one direction. And switch it up, 3 to 5 the other. All right, well done. Grab a quick drink of water. We're gonna be back to it in, where are we at? 10 seconds. Last time through, single leg work on your left. All right, I'll give you 5 more seconds. It wasn't enough time to grab some water. And 3, 2, 1, begin. Standing up tall. You're using that weight. You're trying to put it down just where your other foot would be standing if you were to stand with both feet together. So we're keeping it in close to the body. Wonderful. Staying tall, staying square. Good, 1 to 2 more. Fantastic, and last one. Finish that rep and make your way to the dips. Get dumbbell will sit a little bit easier in the lap. Sitting nice and tall, pull the shoulders back. Ready, begin. Another thing I haven't said this hour, on these dips, you really want to avoid those shoulders just coming up and into the ear. So you're constantly pushing down, staying tall, avoiding that shrugged posture. Good, 10 seconds. Lifting that chest to the top, squeeze those elbows in. And rest and rotate. Whoop. Watch the toes. All right, last time, last leg. So on your right, going in 2, 1, here we go. Bowing forward. Think about trying to be as long as you can from the bottom of your foot to the top of your head. Try to extend that leg back as you lower. Whew. Bowing down, standing smooth. Maybe 1 more. And rest when you finish that rep. Fantastic. All right, good work. Just a couple little torso rotations here. We've got 1 more circuit left, everyone. Now we're gonna get some blood flow in. Side stretch next, grab that wrist, pull it across. So if you're not planning on being in classes tomorrow, we didn't do any squatting in class today. So the first exercise is either a kettlebell or dumbbell swing or a deadlift. If you don't plan on being here tomorrow and like to get some squatting in, then I recommend a squat for the first exercise. And we're going to do some squats together here in just a moment, right about now. So go ahead and set the feet about hip width apart, slight toe out. Even if you're not going to squat in the warm up, just use it here as a good opener for the hips, knees, and ankles. Sitting back, standing tall. Good. 3 to 5. So like I was saying, first 30 seconds, you get to choose a deadlift, a swing, or a squat. From there, we go into 60 seconds of 1 push-up into 1 burpee. Once you finish those guys, let's go tricep side bend while I'm showing this movement. So just like it sounds, 1 push-up, I do 1 push-up, and then I come back down for my burpee. If you prefer to not do that second push-up on the burpee, how would you do that? 1 push-up, and then you would, I guess, just jump to the top. So preferably it's meant to be 2 times down. If that push-up position is getting tough, you can also do it elevated, where you do 1 push-up elevated, or 2 push-ups elevated, and then come up. I didn't think that one through a whole lot. So 1 push-up, 1 burpee, and then we finish with 90 seconds of blood flow. If you have a little trampoline around, a bike around, anything that you'd like to do just for a regular blood flow, you can do that. Or follow me, we'll be varying it up to keep our body moving throughout. Okie dokie. It's gonna be 3 rounds. I'm gonna do deadlifts on the first round, and then I'll go into swings on sets 2 and 3. All right, we're gonna go in 15 seconds. If you're not quite ready, join us when you are. Standing nice and tall. Going in 5, so either squats if you're not coming tomorrow, or deadlifts or swings. Ready and begin. Squeeze the glutes and bowing forward. Very good. 30 seconds of work on this first exercise, and there's no assigned rest in between stations, so we'll go right into that minute of the push-up and the burpee. Squeezing the glutes as you stand tall. That applies for both squats and deadlifts. Very good. 2, 1, and transition. 1 push-up, 1 burpee. Staying tight in the midline. On the burpee, you can step to your feet or hop to the feet. If you're stepping, try to pay attention to which foot steps up, which foot steps back. See if you can alternate it throughout. Fantastic. That's our first 30 seconds. And we've got a full minute on this station. Then we're going to go into 90 seconds of blood flow. So that's 45 seconds. Keep those elbows nice and aligned into the sides. Getting ready to rotate. 3, 2, 1, and blood flow. I'm going to start with that alternating knee to elbow. Good. Keep that breathing going. Very nice. All right, now I'm going to take it into a jump jack or a step jack. Trying to change it up about every 20 seconds. That's our first 30 of the 90. All right, fantastic. From there, opposite foot behind the body. There you go. There it is. Nice. Good. Keeping that breathing nice and rhythmic. All right. March and punch with a skip or just regular march. We're over a minute in, less than 30 to go, and we'll have a 30-second rest in between sets. Very good. And butt kicks into the finish. You can either step and just lift the heel underneath you or jog in place. Emphasizing heel up towards the sit bone. 2, 1, and there's our rest. All right, 30-second break. Great work. We'll be starting back with the deadlifts, the swings, or squats for those of you that are choosing to squat today. All right, going in 10 seconds. Set 2. We're doing pretty good on time. We actually might get 4 sets in today. Standing tall, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So we're planning for 4 sets. We got lots of time here to work. Staying focused, staying strong. Good, halfway through, nice and tight. Deadlifts are looking strong, good depth on those squats. Getting ready for the push-up and burpee. Rotate. 1 push-up, 1 burpee. Staying tight. Watch that sagging of the hips. Go to the knees if you need to. Take the ego out of it if you do need to go to the knees. Just doing it properly for the body. Nice work. Remember, a full minute here. That's 30 seconds down. Woo! Nice job. Keep it rolling. There we go. All right, 10 seconds left. Going to blood flow next. 2, 1, transition. All right, our alternating knee to elbow. We can step, or we can add a little hop to this. Staying tall with that hop. Good, change it up to behind the body. Alternating behind the body. Very nice. March and punch, or skip and punch next. Good, nice high knees. Try to keep those arms up at shoulder height. I know I tend to kind of drop the hand down. So keep those arms up. Keep the eyes up. As you lift that knee, lift the foot and toes. All right, there's our minute mark. 30 seconds left. Jumping jacks. Woo! Fantastic. Final 15 seconds. Butt kicks are running in place. Good. Pull those heels up. Eyes up, chest up. Driving the arms at the side. Great work. 2, 1, and rest. All right, we're halfway through. 2 rounds left. All right, 15 seconds. I'm going to change it back up from a swing to a deadlift. Going in 10. You can also use 2 weights, 1 on each side of the body if you want to get a little heavier. Standing tall. Slight bend those knees, hinge at the hips. Ready, begin. Squeeze the glutes, bowing forward. 3 of 4 rounds. Long spine. Good. Nice job on those swings, keeping the weights up by the pockets. If you had pockets in your pants, that's where you want your hands to be on that downswing. Close to your center of gravity. 2, 1, transition, our push-up burpee. Keep that breathing going. Keep that self-talk focused and positive. If you start to get winded, just think 1 rep at a time, resting anytime you need. Just try to keep yourself moving. Nice work. There's our first 30 seconds. This station's a minute. You are hopping up to your feet. Think about hips high to the ceiling. Engage the glutes as you pull yourself upright. 15 seconds left. When we come up to our feet on that burpee, you want to try to get into your heels as soon as you can. And blood flow. Standing tall, alternating knee to elbow. Good, keep that good engagement, pulling up towards the ceiling, midline strong. Well done. Add a little bounce in your step if you'd like, kind of pick up the pace. Fantastic. And switch it up behind the body. There you go. Very nice. Running high knees, march and punch, or skip and punch. Hands high by the shoulders. Lifting the toes as you drive those knees high. And step or jump jacks. 1 minute in. 30 seconds to go. Woo! Fantastic. Last 15. Heels up. Running butt kicks, or just march it out. Emphasizing engaging those hamstrings with the focus on the heels more than the knees. And there's our rest. Woohoo! Final 30-second rest break before our fourth and final round. Nice work, everyone. 15 seconds. I'm going to end with the swings. Do what's best for your body. All right, going in 5. Stay positive, stay strong, and begin. Here we go. Hips. Nice smooth breathing, no holding the breath. Chin in, looking down towards the floor on that downswing, or as you hinge over on the deadlift. Ten seconds. If you're squatting, you want to have eyes up, looking straight ahead. Woo! And rotate. Push up and burpee, final time. Keep pulling that belly button in, nice and strong through the mid back and low back. Woo! Avoid any grumbling about the burpees. People usually love them or hate them. I'm personally a fan. I'm told it's because I'm closer to the ground because I'm short, but I like burpees. We're over 30 seconds in. The taller you are, the harder it is, the farther you have to travel. That's 45 seconds done. So firing those glutes to come off the ground. Woo! Fantastic. 2, 1. Final set of blood flow. Standing tall. Alternating knee to elbow. Woo! There you go. Fantastic. You want to add that little hop in there? We got 15 seconds left on this one. Left brain talks to the right brain. Right brain talks to the left brain. That's why we do this cross body work here. Good. Behind the body. Stay stable through the legs. Nice. Good. I like it, Jean. Switching it up for a little grapevine action. Fun. All right, jump jacks. We're halfway through, everybody. 45 seconds left. Less than that now. All right, what do we have next? March and punch. Knees up or skip and punch. 20 seconds left. Couple more of these, and we'll end with our running butt kicks or the march. Good, final 15. Staying tall, staying strong. Eyes up, driving those arms at the side of the body, all the way through, and all done. Woo! Virtual high fives, great work. Didn't mean to try to cheat on that fourth round. I just was looking at the wrong time of day. All right, grab a drink of water. If you have your shoes off, if they're close by, I'm gonna put mine back on. We're gonna start with a calf stretch. So find somewhere that you can prop your toe up with your heel down. Once I put my shoes on, because I can just get a little bit of traction. So it could be as simple as the back of the chair, a doorway, heel down, toe up, and sinking into it, stretching out the calf. You can keep the leg extended here. You can also just ever so gently bend the knee in and then extend it back out. Change up where you feel it in your calf. Oftentimes when you bend that knee in slightly, you'll get a little bit deeper into those lower fibers. When you're ready, switch sides. Good session today, everyone. I know I've got a good sweat going. Thought we might have a thunderstorm here this morning. I had some dark clouds coming into the session, but now the sunshine's coming out, so much for that. Bend that knee a little bit if you'd like to go a little bit deeper to that calf. All right, come off that foot, make your way to a doorway or a wall. We're gonna open up the chest. A lot of push-ups and dips and burpees today. So you're gonna go that 90-degree angle with the arm. Place the hand or the forearm against the edge. Lean into it and turn away. Nice deep breaths here. After you allow that upper chest to open a little bit, let's take that outer arm and just take some nice smooth shoulder circles here. Reaching in front of the body. Keeping that ball and socket joint of your shoulder moving as smooth as we can. After about 3 rotations forward, let's go 3 rotations backwards. Fantastic. Come off that wall when you finish those. Same thing, opposite side of the body. Place that hand, step that inside leg forward. Make sure that you don't arch the back here. So think ribs down as you lean into it and then turn away, peering over that shoulder. Spend about 15 seconds here, allowing the chest to open. And then when you're ready, circles of the outstretched arm, 3 times each direction. Ooh. Come on, shoulder. Good. Reverse directions after 3. And shake it out. All right. We're going to make our way down to the floor. If you want a mat or anything, I'm going to bring mine over. All right, we're going to start with a traditional hurdler stretch here. We're going to let's pull your right leg in, left leg extended, sit nice and tall. And we're just going to start with a traditional hamstring stretch, reaching out for the toes, sitting up out of the sit bones. If you can reach the toes, you can pull the foot back. And we want to just be gentle with this. This is a stretch that can be really intense, shake a whole lot, but back out of it if it's too intense. And let's go ahead and take your right arm, reach it up and over, add a little side stretch into it. There you go. You can turn your gaze, peer up towards that outstretched hand. 10 more seconds here. Breathe into where you feel the tension. And release. Very good. In between legs, let's go butterfly stretch. Open up the inner thighs. Bring the soles of the feet together. Walk the heels in as far as you're comfortable. Sit nice and tall and allow the knees to drop down. Yeah. Very good. And kind of keep inching them in. Lengthen through the neck as well. Pull that chin in. One more breath here. And when you're ready, let's opposite side. So your right leg goes out stretched, left leg tucked in. Sit tall out of those sit bones, starting with both arms first, reaching forward. You can reach the toes. You can pull the toes gently back. Spend about 20 seconds here, and then we'll add the side stretch. I just turn the head down. Feel free to close the eyes as you breathe. And then when you're ready, add your left arm. Reach it out, reach it up and over. Turn the gaze up towards your palm. We don't always think about it, but the muscles and the tissues and the side of our torso, they attach into our low back. So it's really important to keep our side body long. So this helps. So side stretches from standing help. Relax that hand down. Let's come back to that regular toe touch, about another 10 to 15 seconds. So if you feel stiff in your back, you want to not just focus on the low back, but also the hip flexors and the sides of the bodies as a place to start. Very good. Let's go back to the first side. We're going to transition to a seated twist. So outstretch your left leg, cross your right foot over, sitting tall, hug that leg in. And try to lengthen through the head and neck here as well. Like you're trying to be as tall as possible through your torso. Pull that chin in. And now you're going to start to turn the body. You want to look over your right shoulder. You can take the fingers of your right hand and start to walk it around so you go a little bit deeper into the twist. And if you have the flexibility, you can work your left elbow on the outside of that right thigh. Let's hold about another 10 seconds here. And when you're ready, gradually come out of that. Same thing, opposite side. Right leg, left leg, sitting tall, just starting with the leg, hugging it in. Good, and when you're ready, left hand starts to walk behind. You can work the right elbow on the outside of the left thigh. And turn your gaze so you're peering over your left shoulder. We'll go another 15 seconds here. Excuse me. Good. 1 to 2 more breaths. Breathe deep, sit tall, and release. Fantastic. All right, just a little bit more for the upper body, and then we'll call it a day. Let's come on to all fours. Toes together, knees divide. We're going to go into child's position side stretch first. So let's walk your hands to the right side of your body. You'll take your left hand, reach it nice and long, and then lower yourself down. Good. Same thing other side. Walk the hands across. Reach across. Lower down from here. Very good. Inner thighs, hands underneath the shoulders, kick one leg out to the side, and we're gonna rock the hip back to the heel about 5 times each side. Rock it forward, rock it back, and then we're gonna finish with the thread the needle for the upper body. Good, after about 5 times, rocking it forward and back, same thing, opposite side of the body. Extend that leg out, forward and back here. Very nice. Once you finish that side, bring that leg in, place the hands back underneath the shoulders, and then let's start with your right arm. You're going to go palm up and just ever so gently guide the hand underneath that left shoulder, looking to bring the right shoulder down to the floor. You can walk your left hand over the head. Great time to close the eyes. We're going to spend about 30 seconds here, maybe a little more. If the twist feels too intense, please come out of it. Trying to breathe in and out the nose. Your nose is clogged. You can't breathe in and out the nose. Try to breathe through pursed lips. When you're ready, come out of that side. Same thing, opposite side. Last one here, everyone. Tuck it under, reach it under, walk that top arm over. About another 15 seconds here. Fantastic. And 2, 1, come on out of that when you're ready. All right, from here, anything that you want to finish with. If you want to go back into child's position, if you want to roll onto your back and finish with just a nice relaxed breathing on your back. Otherwise, that's all we have for the formal part of the class. Thanks so much for being here, taking care of yourselves, and we'll see you next week. Oh no, tomorrow. Friday tomorrow.